What is going on, everybody? Welcome to State of the Yanks, episode 7. Very excited to be here today. The Yankees and Guardians will face off in the DS. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today, a lot of stuff going on. Chapman today, what the hell was that about? What's going on with that? We'll get into that. But yeah, guys, very excited today. Um, Last episode was a great episode. We will have Dugout Doug joining us in probably about 15 minutes where he wants to talk some stuff. And Dugout Doug's got some great knowledge, guys. So, what's going on in the chat? We got Ruben here. What's going on, Ruben? We got Lori C. How's it going, Lori? Lori said he's a quitter. Good riddance about Chapman. She's not wrong. She's not wrong at all. But yeah, let's get into it. So they announced the starting rotation. It's going to be Cole, Nestor, Sevy. Very happy with this. Some people wanted Nestor first, but I'm very happy with this. Cole will go out there and he is going to shut it down. He is going to absolutely shut it down. Cole in the playoffs has been a very good pitcher. Besides that one start last year, which doesn't count. Wipe it from your memory. It's recency bias. It doesn't count. Cole has been very good in the playoffs. I could actually just look this up really quickly here. But yeah, I think because everyone is hating on Cole, I think he's going to surprise everyone because everyone's doubting on him, and he's going to come out there and throw some gas. I think I said today he's going to go, I think 7.1 innings, maybe one run. I think he's going to give up a homer in the seventh, and they're going to pull him. Let's see if I can look this up really quickly. But yeah, guys, how's everyone doing today, though? What's going on with everyone else? How you guys doing? Lloyd says Cole was hurt last year in the playoffs, hamstring. Exactly. Cole was hurt. We didn't really see the full Garrett Cole. In the postseason, he is 8-5 with an ERA of 2.93, 111 strikeouts in 14 appearances. That's pretty damn good. He's got a .93 WHIP, 11.62 K per nine. Like, come on, what? Like, come on, that's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And he has a 5.05 K to walk rate. This guy Cole is absolutely ridiculous. And he will pitch good. I'm telling you, he's in the Bronx this year. He wasn't in the Bronx last year. Is this his first? This is his first official playoff start in the Bronx, I believe, because 2020 didn't have fans. He pitched pretty good in 2020, but in 2020 he didn't have fans, and last year he pitched in Boston. So this is Cole's first real playoff test. Lori says, "I'll be lying if I'm not scared of the homer thing." Everyone's scared of it. I mean, it's up to him to just not give up homers. I mean, it's very simple. It's very simple. He throws his fastball in the most predictable counts. Just work the count, stop nibbling to the point where you have to throw a fastball for the strike, and just lock in and figure it out. Like I said this before, if that is a very simple thing to fix, just go back and look at your sequences, go back, look at the tape, and figure out why you're giving up these homers and stop doing what you're doing. To give up this many homers and still be that good of a pitcher, it doesn't make sense. He gets burnt on 2, 3 pitches a game that ruins his entire start. Oh, guys, wait. Sorry to get a little off topic here. Just picked up this Judge shirt. Judge has spoken. 2021 AL home run record. Pretty clean, pretty clean. Picked it up at Dick's for a nice discount because I worked there, 25% off. But yeah, so game 2 is going to be Nestor, and here's what I think is very interesting. Yeah, that is the captain. Game 2 is where I think it's going to be very interesting because if you have Cole give you a stinker of a start, it's a lot of pressure on Nestor to then come in and shut it down. However, if Cole pitches really good, I think Nestor goes out there and he's able to just give you another gem. Boom, go up 2-0, go to Cleveland, Sevy game 3. Excuse me, go for the sweep. But it's going to be very interesting to see Nestor, how short of a leash they give him and how much they really test him to see what, like, if he gets into a little bit of trouble in the sixth, are they going to let him work out of it? They're going to be quick to go to the pen. I think they're going to let him work out of it because you kind of want to save the pen. It's one of our weaker bullpens. We can get into that a little bit later. I have that written down here. But yeah, look for Nestor to give you a great start. No matter what Garrett does, look for Nestor to give you a great shutdown start. I had him going, I think 7. I think I got Nestor going 7. 7 innings shutout. Nestor's going to come in and deal. And then we got Severino. Let me show my mic's right here. We got Severino coming in. He's going to go pitch in Cleveland. And man, Sevy used to be our game 1 ace. People forget that. People hating on Sevy. Sevy was game 1 ace. He was leading us into the playoffs before we got Garrett. And before we got hurt. it's like people forget how good Sevy was. Sevy in 17 and 18, not really 19, but Sevy, he captivated me and he made me fall in love with pitching. Just wow, like how good a guy could be at pitching. It's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane how a guy could be so good at pitching. Lori says, yup, before he was hurt, he was the ace. Exactly. And I think he's going to turn a lot of heads this postseason. And I think a lot of people are going to realize, oh, wow, Severino, he's an ace. He's definitely an ace. He's a game one starter. We got him going game three. I think it's interesting because I don't think a lot of people were expecting this at the beginning of the year to have our bullpen be so weak going into the playoffs and have our starting rotation be so strong. I have so much faith in our starting rotation going into the playoffs. I think we have one of the better rotations. Who is beating Cole, Nestor, Sevy? You're winning like at the bare minimum, you're winning one of those games. You're definitely winning 2 out of 3 of those games. Like, come on, come on. Another interesting thing they were talking about was Kion closing games. Very, very interesting to see Tyone. I'm not sure if Tyone has any saves or anything like that on his career. I can actually get into that really quickly. Very interesting to like go full. Oh yeah, like we're gonna have Tyone close. Yeah, he has no saves in his career, which is very interesting. Very interesting why they would say out of the blue, yeah, Tyone might close out games. You think they use him in like long relief. He has a comment mentality. He won't be scared. Not sure if we're referring to Tyone there or if we were referring to Sevy. But if you're referring to Tyone, I could see it working. If you're referring to Sevy, yeah, he's going to come in and deal. Tyone, okay. Tyone, I could see it working. It's just very interesting to not give this guy like a relief appearance. Like we saw them give Herman a couple relief appearances out of the bullpen to see if his stuff plays out of the pen. I'm not sure if Tyone has come out. I imagine when he was coming up, he came out of the pen probably a couple of times. But let me see if I can actually I was wrong on that. Let me see if I can see if he had any career relief appearances. So he has total 143 games started. I'm not quick maths. I can't really do quick maths here. Um 51, no. I have to do games. Games 18, 25, 32, 7, 29. So he's never come out of the pen. He's never come out of the pen for our appearance. So it's going to be very interesting to just throw him in the pen there. We'll see how it works out. We'll see if his stuff plays out of the pen. We'll see if he can work out of the pen because we saw, I think it was Monty. He didn't like to come out of the pen. He liked to go through uh, the whole. What word am I looking for here? The whole going through the motions of a start, going through the routine of the start. He really enjoyed going through the routine of the start. So we'll see how Tyone does coming out of the pen. And just to move away from pitching, actually, before I do this, we were talked about pitching. Let me give Dugout Doug a call. Very special guest on the show. Very warm and near and dear to my heart. Dugout Doug. Dugout Doug actually just texted, how about them Cowboys? Cowboys up 6-0, baby. What we do? What we do? I just saw a pass happen. I'm not really sure what we did there, but I'm actually going to give Dugout Doug a call, and we will see what he has to say. I believe he wants to talk about league restructuring. He's got some interesting stuff to talk about today. So let's give Dugout Doug a call. And Lori, if the audio is coming in a little shaky, just let me know. I will move the phone. It's got better.
Hello.
Hey, Dugout Doug, what's going on? You're on State of the Yanks.
Hey. Okay. You got me watching the Cowboy game, but we'll take time out from that.
Yeah, I have it on in the background here as well.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them?
Alrighty. What's doing, my friend?
Not much. We were just discussing the pitching going into the postseason here, and I know that you said you wanted to talk about the league realignment and stuff like that, and long-term contracts. I know you're a big fan of the long-term contracts.
Oh, absolutely. I can't. Oh, keep giving them out. Like beach.
So, when you say long-term contracts, I know when you were talking about Scherzer, would you agree that it's more big contracts, not really long-term? Because Scherzer I think he's only got like a 2 or 3 year deal. It's just so big. He's getting so much money for it.
Well, it's both. And the reason why he only has a 2 or 3 year deal, because he's like 90 years old, okay? So you got to remember that, all right? I mean, he's not a spring chicken. But let me ask you this. Do you have the ability right there just to look up some statistics on some players or not?
Yeah, I could look up
Can you go back, though, in time? Like, if I give you a name of a player in a year, can you look it up or not?
We'll give it a try.
Okay. I want you first to go to Mickey Lolich, Lolich, 1971. I just wanted to show you those numbers, what pitchers used to do. Okay, before long-term contracts. And I think you'll be amazed. Start with him if you could bring him up on your computer.
How do you spell Mickey?
Mickey.
And then Lollich?
Yeah. This is my prime time. This was 1971. I remember the year like yesterday.
Oh, so he was 25-14 with a 2.92 ERA.
Look at the innings pitched.
He pitched 376 innings in 45 appearances.
Complete games. Look at complete games.
29 complete games.
Shutouts. Look at shutouts.
Only 4 shutouts.
Oh, only. Wow. Okay. There's pitchers who will pitch 15 years in the majors and never have how many complete games here? What did he have? 29?
Yeah, 29 complete games. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, he didn't even win nothing that year. He didn't win the MVP. He didn't win the Cy Young. He won nothing. Go to Vida Blue, 1971. VIDABLUE. Vida Blue. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
I have heard of Vida Blue. I have.
Go look at him in 1970. Oh, the Cowboys just blocked the punt. Go to him in 1971.
He was 24-8. Wow, a 1.82 ERA, 301 strikeouts. He 39 games started, 24 complete games, 8 shutouts.
And yes, how many innings pitched?
He pitched 312 innings.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not seeing anyone go over 300 nowadays.
300, 200, okay? Here's where long-term contracts come in. Here's one more guy. Go to 1972. Wilbur Wood.
Wilbur Wood?
Wood. W-O-O-D.
Wilbur Wood, 1972?
Yeah.
Let's see. Wilbur Wood, 1972. Wow. 49 games. He pitched 376 innings, 20 complete games, 2.51 ERA. Not a big strikeout guy though. Only 193.
You know what? He was a knuckleball pitcher.
Okay, he's a knuckleballer.
He pitched every 3 days.
Wow.
Okay, so but here's my point. I just wanted to give you a little. I mean, it's before your time, obviously. This is the baseball that I grew up with that you're looking at right now. Okay, pitchers and long-term contracts is deadly. Okay, first off, why don't you see pitchers now throwing more than 200, 215 innings? Primary reason is long-term contracts. See, when an owner hands out these ridiculous contracts, he's afraid that now he's on the hook for however many years, 5, 10 years, whatever it is. This guy gets hurt. He's on the hook paying these ridiculous salaries. And there's a lot greater chance that a pitcher will get hurt than a batter will get hurt. So, to protect himself, the owner, he will take these pitchers out of the games after 6 innings, 5 innings, whatever it is, because God forbid the guy gets hurt, then he's got to pay the guy. Okay? So now what does he have to do? Because he paid all this money to this pitcher, takes him out after 5, 6 innings. He then has to pay like 2 or 3 relievers millions and millions of dollars to finish the game that, in my opinion, this pitcher should have finished in the first place. But the fact that he has a long-term contract, the owners are afraid because invariably, these guys are going to get hurt. Or if you give a guy an 8-year contract, a pitcher, something like that, he's going to get hurt at some point. He's going to get hurt. And then the owner is stuck. Okay? And it's absolute insanity.
So what do you think, what do you think a guy like Jacob deGrom commands on the market next year? Because he's going to be a free agent.
I don't think he's going to command anything, okay? Look, I don't have the numbers, but maybe you can look this up. I bet you to say he hasn't won 40 games in the last 5 years.
deGrom?
Look it up. Look it up. That's my guess. And the Mets have been paying him $25 million a year for this garbage. Okay. Now, he, on the other hand, though, his contract is up at the end of this year. He's done. He's been paid. Right now, when he's pitching in the playoffs, he's not being paid by the Mets anymore. He's being paid by Major League Baseball, though, like $20,000 a start, which is nothing compared to what he was making starting for the Mets. Okay? And he's going to try to really throw his arm out as hard as he can here because he's pitching for a contract for next year. He's hoping that he could really do well in the playoffs. So some stupid team will come up and sign him for a ridiculous contract.
Okay. So he
How many games has he won in the last 5 years?
Since 2017, he's 52-35, and he's pitched 133 games.
In 5 years.
In 5 years, yep.
And won 52 games?
And he's 846 innings.
In 5 years.
So he has 201, 217,
a year. Okay.
204, 68, 92, 64. But in 2020, it was the short year. He actually pitched that full year.
Okay, right. But the Mets paid him $25 million a year for 52 wins, you said?
Yeah, 52 wins.
Okay. Now let's do some more math here. 52 wins over 5 years. It's averaging about 10 wins a year. Do you agree?
Yep.
Okay. They could have got a pedestrian pitcher making 1/5 the money he's making to give them 10 wins a year over those 5 years.
Agreed. But the offense also doesn't score for Doug a lot. Yeah, that's
and think about
Mike
all
just
the
said that.
relievers they've had to overpay to bail him out. And of course, part of the problem is he's playing for the Mets. And I think, they don't score any runs. So he had to have his head examined, I think, even to sign with the Mets. Because going into that contract, he had to know that I give up 2-3 runs a game, I'm probably going to lose.
Yeah.
And that's the truth, okay? But, he's a good pitcher. Okay? But circumstances show that was not a contract that was worth anywhere near. Now, I'll give you another thing on pitches. Again, you might disagree with me. The jugs gun. Why are so many pitchers now having Tommy John surgery?
Because they throw way harder.
Right, but why do they throw way harder?
Because they're
Every
better.
pitch, you see the speed on the jugs gun on the scoreboard.
Okay.
We never saw that. So they're all trying to throw the ball 100 miles an hour. Wow, look at that, 102. It's every pitch is there. It is the speed.
Okay.
They're all trying to throw the ball through the backstop. Okay.
Okay.
And invariably, that's going to create injuries to your arm. All right.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
You never saw Greg Maddux pitch. Have you heard of Greg Maddux? Right.
Obviously heard of Greg Maddux.
I think he won 355 games. Okay, in the modern era. And you want to know something about Greg Maddux? His fastball couldn't break a pane of glass.
But he could locate it.
That's it. He pitched. That's the difference. He's a pitcher, not a thrower. He knew how to pitch. He never threw a fastball more than 92, maybe 93 miles an hour. He set the batters up. He knew how to go inside, outside. A perfect example of this is Luis Severino. You probably enjoy him. Think he's great.
I love Sevy. Sevy.
I have no use for him, and I'll tell you why.
I love Sevy.
I'll tell you why. He's a thrower, not a pitcher. That's number one.
No.
Somebody had Tommy John surgery. Somebody missed almost 2 years because of that.
Sevy's a pitcher, man.
He throws the ball. He's a madman on the mound, okay? Does not know how to pitch. He also, and I don't know if you've noticed this, I think it's kind of been toned down a little bit, but his first few years as a Yankee, he wore this gold necklace around his neck that had to weigh about 10 pounds, all right? And every time he threw a pitch, it was flying all over the place. And every time after the pitch, the first thing he did was take it and shove it back in his jersey. I mean, this is a play for the Yankees. You don't play for the Cuban national team.
Nah, but he was dealing though. He dealt in 17 and 18. He was a guy. He could wear whatever he wants. He was dealing.
You know what? I disagree with you. Okay, I disagree with you. Because Aaron Judge hit 62 home runs this year. He's a Yankee. He go wear his hair down to the shoulders now?
No, I don't think so. Because you can't wear it down.
He's a Yankee.
He's a Yankee. He's a Yankee.
You play for the Yankees. You don't play for the Cleveland Indians. You don't play for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's the Yankees, okay? You don't have necklaces hanging all over you. Go to the Mets if you want to do that, okay? I don't know if you remember Cespedes when he played for the Mets a few years ago. He had this gold necklace around his neck that had to weigh about 20 pounds, all right?
But he was good. He was good for them. He was the only reason that they made
Yeah,
the World Series that year.
that was it. And they had to pay him 2 more years when he never played because he had long-term contractitis also.
Long-term
But
contractitis. I love it.
remember what happened to him? He broke his ankles riding a wild boar. Okay, come on, you gotta be kidding me, all right? So let's get back to pitches. So I'm telling you right now, Max Scherzer. Again, you can look this up. He probably started about 20 games this past year. Does that sound about right?
This year probably about probably starts.
All
About
right,
right.
how
He was
much
pretty
did he
good
get?
for
40?
the first. He was pretty good for like the first 97% of the year.
Okay, 43 million. Okay, he got. Yeah, that's 2 million a start. 2 million a start. Whether he strikes out the side, whether he gives up 3 home runs, whether he throws 5 wild pitches, it doesn't make a difference. It's 2 million. Now his contract goes from April 1st to the end of the season. Say September 30th, October 1st. That's it. The Mets paid him for that. He's now not under contract anymore. Come to playoffs. He's not getting paid by the Mets. He did what he was supposed to do. Get the Mets to the playoffs. That's what he did.
Okay.
Now he's playing in October. And guess what? He's not being paid by Major League Baseball, not by the Mets. And again, I don't have the numbers, but the team that wins the wild card might get about $25,000, $30,000 a man.
It's not good.
Team
It's
that
not a lot of
loses
money.
might get a little bit less. Maybe you get 50,000 a man. Whatever it is, he just pitched a game and made maybe $25,000, $30,000 when he could be making $2 million during the regular season. Think about it. He gave you a $20,000 performance compared to a $2 million performance. He's 38, 39
He
years
definitely
old.
did give you a $25,000 performance the other night.
Yeah, that's right. And he's 39 years old. Probably got a wife and kids. He's sitting there saying, you know, in Citi Field. And what am I doing here? I could be on the beach in Aruba, man. You know, having some pina coladas. I'm playing for $20,000 a game. I'm losing money. But think about it. Fans don't think like this. They think, oh, he's a professional. He doesn't think like that. Well, I'll give you another example. Let's take Garrett Sticky Fingers Cole. Okay?
No, I love Garrett Cole, man. I got him hanging up.
Okay, look, you love him, okay? Well, you know what? Don't shake his hand because your hand might stick to his, okay? But anyway, do you remember the 2019 World Series?
I do.
Houston versus the Nationals. Remember Game 7?
I do. Yes, I do.
You remember who was asked to pitch and come in late in that game to pitch 1 inning and he refused? You remember who it was?
Was it Garrett Cole?
Yes, Sticky Fingers Cole. And you know what? He didn't want to pitch because his contract was now up. And he knew he was going to get a big contract somewhere else. And God forbid he comes in and gets hurt in the 7th inning or the 9th inning of the 7th game of the World Series, and he blows his chance at a big contract. So he put his money and his contract ahead of his team. He refused to pitch that 7th game. And that's the game which the Nationals won. And you know, if you've been following baseball, 7th game of a World Series, all hands are on deck, if you know what I'm saying. Everybody has to contribute one way or another. There's no tomorrow.
That is true.
He refused to pitch.
All right. Yeah, Doug, moving away from pitches for 1 second. I got a lot of people here. Lori says that you're very old school. I just want your opinion. How do you feel about bat flips and stuff like that? And pitch.
What?
Continue. What were we saying? Bat flips.
I can't understand you about bat.
Yeah. How do you feel about bat flips and stuff like that?
Bat slips?
Yeah, like when the players hit the home runs and they flip the bats.
Oh, flips. I don't mind it.
Oh, you
I
don't.
love it. Okay.
Interesting.
I love it. Okay. It's like in the NFL when a guy scores a touchdown. Now, like, you know, he does some kind of ridiculous dance in the end zone. I love it. Okay. It's entertainment. I have no
Interesting.
problem with it.
So you
All
don't
right,
like
but
the gold chains, but
here's
you
the
do
other
like the
side to
bat
it, though.
flips.
There's another side to it. You want to flip the bat like that? You want to, you know, Cadillac around the bases? That's fine. But don't complain then when the pitcher throws at your head the next time you're up. That's all. Yeah, and that'll end that. Okay, but yeah, I have no problem with it.
Okay, that's fair.
And if she says I'm old school, well, let's get into baseball realignment. Then you'll see that I'm not old school.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been following baseball for 64 years. Okay.
It's a long time.
I think Manfred is a jerk. Okay, you might agree with me. When he became commissioner about 6-7 years ago, I wrote him a letter. I got a response. I still have it. How baseball should realign and come into the 21st century. Because to me, baseball is so out of touch with reality that something's got to be done because they're losing fans. and they're trying to do all these gimmicks to get these fans back.
Like the home run derby X.
Yeah, banning the shift, all this stuff, making the bases bigger. A blind man can see the problem here. Baseball needs to be realigned, and by that I mean this: no more American League, no more National League. Back when I was a kid, there was
Hot take from Doug.
Are you there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay, there was a distinct difference between the American and the National League. The American League the teams never played each other. The teams had different umpires, different strike zones. They even used different baseballs. And you couldn't trade between the leagues. The only time you could trade was a 1-2 week period in December, and that was it. Now, today, there's absolutely no difference between the leagues. None. And now that the National League brought on the DH, they're identical. So why not now dissolve the leagues? Okay? Completely dissolve and realign baseball. And do you have a piece of paper and pen, Ty? I want you to write something down.
I have a piece of paper. Let me grab a pen.
I'm going to give you the realignment. You write it down as you look at it. You're going to scratch your head and say, why hasn't baseball ever done this?
Alrighty, let me write this down. Let me write this down
ready?
for you. I'm ready.
Okay, we're going to have two conferences. We're going to have the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference.
All
no
right.
more National or American League.
All right,
Okay?
write it down.
In the Eastern Conference, we're going to have 3 divisions.
Okay.
The first division is called the Patriot Division.
Patriot, interesting name.
And it's going to have the Yankees,
Okay.
the Mets,
Interesting.
the Red Sox,
Interesting.
the Phillies,
Okay.
and the Pirates.
Interesting division there, but I kind of see where you're going with it.
Division is going to be called, this is in the Eastern Conference, it's going to be called the Mason-Dixon Division.
Oh,
If you know history, if you know anything about history, you know what that means. But
okay.
Okay. Now, in the Mason-Dixon Division, you're going to have Baltimore, Washington, that's a national rivalry. You're going to have Atlanta, the Marlins, and Tampa Bay Rays. Okay?
Okay.
Next, you're going to have what I call the Great Lakes Division.
Okay.
You're going to have Toronto, Detroit, Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Minnesota.
Oh,
That comprises the Eastern Conference. Now,
okay.
you're going to have the Western Conference. And in the Western Conference, you're going to have what we call the Midway Division.
Okay.
And here's where you're going to be having that. The Cubs, the White Sox, they should be in the same division. They're national rivals. You're going to have the Cardinals, Kansas City, they're national rivals right next to each other. And you're going to have Milwaukee. That's what I call the Midway Division. Then we're going to have the Frontier Division. Okay? This is like the Wild West, okay?
Okay.
The Frontier Division. You're going to have Colorado.
Okay.
Arizona.
Okay.
You're going to have Texas.
Okay.
Houston. And then you can have the oddball. This team is really out of place no matter where you put it. But Seattle. Okay?
I guess that makes sense.
We're going to have the final division, which is, I call it the Pacific Division, but I'd like to call it the Earthquake Division. It doesn't ever let me do that. Because these teams are prone to earthquakes. But the Pacific Division, you have San Francisco, Oakland, Dodgers, Angels, and Padres. Now,
it's an interesting division there.
What was that, Ty?
That last division is an interesting division there because it's just all California.
Yeah, but look at the division the Yankees are in. Now, instead of this balanced schedule crap, which baseball is throwing on us this coming year, here's how it breaks down. Take the Yankee division, the Patriot division, with the Yankees and Mets.
Okay.
Each team in that division plays each team 18 times a year. So that means the Yankees are going to play the Mets 18 times. The Mets are going to play the Red Sox 18 times. Yankees and Phillies 18 times. Great. You have great rivalries here. And you don't have to travel that far. It reduces travel. All right? Then, in the Eastern Conference, using the Yankees again, they'll play each team in the other 2 divisions in their conference 6 times. 3 home, 3 away. Okay. Then, on a rotating basis, every third year, they'll play one of the teams in the other conference. But once every 3 years, the Yankees will play 6 games against the teams in the Pacific Conference, the Pacific Division. I'm sorry. That's it. That means they're only going to travel out west now once every 3 years. You don't have to endure them going out there twice a year watching night games at 1 o'clock in the
I
morning.
like those night games. See, that's the thing. I like them going out west. I like when they play the Dodgers, when they play the Angels. I like.
Wait. But they don't play the Dodgers that often. Okay, now they only play the Dodgers out there once every 6 years now.
That's true.
Okay, but here's the beauty of it. You've now localized your team. You want to see the Yankees play Seattle Mariners 70 times a year, or play the Mets 18 times a year.
I think 18 times is too much to play the Mets. I like maybe playing the Mets a little bit more, but 18 times is a lot. It ruins some of like the Subway Series, like the specialness of it.
You know what? What you're saying I can listen to, but you think of it from the point of the owners. The owners want to make money. Okay?
True.
That Yankees Mets, it sells out games. Yankees Phillies, that would be a great new rivalry. They're right 90 miles apart.
That's
the
true.
Mets Red Sox, again, a great one. Why should the Mets have to travel to Miami to play the Miami Marlins three times a year? Nobody down there cares. When they could be playing the Red Sox, go there 3 times a year. Think about it.
That's true. That's a very good point.
And
How would you do
what
the
I'm trying
playoffs
to
in
do
this?
is
How
get
would you?
new fans to watch the game? How are you going to get fans interested? You're going to get fans interested. Same thing in Chicago. Now you have the Cubs and White Sox in the same division. Why they're not in the same division? I don't know.
How would you do? How would you do the playoffs in this? Would you do?
Okay, exactly. Same way they do it now. You have, from each conference, you have 3 wild card teams and the 3 division winners.
Okay.
And you do the exact same format. And then the conference win, the team that wins the Eastern Conference playoffs plays the team that wins the Western Division Conference playoffs, and that's the World Series.
Oh, Cooper Rush just fumbled it, I think.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. One more
what
thing.
I'm trying to do is get more fans, young fans, interested in the game. Okay, and to me, having natural. Look, I'll give you another example. Baltimore and Washington. Those cities are 30 miles apart from each other. They're not even in the same league. They don't play each other. That to me is a great national, rivalry. It makes all the sense in the world. Why doesn't Baltimore play Washington? Because baseball is so entrenched in the National American League.
So Mike says that would get rid of the potential Subway Series for the World Series if you have the Yanks and the Mets.
Okay, you know what? Don't hold your breath for that. Okay? Yeah, you're right. Okay, and that, you know what, that might happen. It's happened once in 60 years since the Mets have been around. Okay, so you want to sit and wait for that to be my guess. And the other thing is this: you're a big Yankee fan, right, Ty?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a huge Yankee fan. Okay, I've never rooted for. In fact, if a team of my ex-in-laws was playing the Mets, I'd root for my ex-in-laws to beat them. But that's beside the point. I do not want to see the Yankees and Mets play in the World Series, and you know why?
Why?
The Yankees might lose.
No.
They could lose.
They would not lose.
Then you got to suffer, okay? And the odds of it happening anyway are so small. Where you might get the Yankees and Mets playing in a playoff series because they're in the same conference. They
True.
Play each other. Basically, it's the same thing. Okay. Think about it.
I can see that. One more thing, Doug, before I let you go here. I'm going to give you my lineup for the playoffs, and I want to hear your opinion on it.
Okay.
So to start it, you have DJ, then you have at third, then Judge in right, Rizzo in first, Stanton in left, Matt Carp DHing, Glaber at second, Trevino catching, Bader in center field, and IKF at shortstop.
Okay. The order, I kind of don't have the order down in my head, but the players. So you have, let's go down. You have Rizzo at first, Suarez at second,
yes.
IKF at short,
yes.
And DJ at third.
DJ at third, leading off DJ at third.
Okay, Trevino at catcher.
Yeah, he's batting seventh.
Bader in center. You have Judge in right. Who was in left again?
Stanton.
Who's the DH?
Matt Carpenter.
Okay, we're assuming Carpenter could play, I guess, right?
He's back, and I'm ready to go. If he's back and ready to play, I want him in the lineup.
Wait. Where's Aaron Hicks?
Aaron Hicks is watching it from his couch, hopefully.
DFA? Does that sound good?
That sounds good to me.
Aaron DFA Hicks?
No, I have on the bench, I have Hicks, Donaldson, Peraza and Oswaldo.
Okay. Again, we're assuming that DJ LeMayo can play is healthy enough to play also, correct?
So that is assuming that DJ is gonna be
Okay.
effective.
So let's say DJ is. I would put IKF at third,
Okay.
and Peraza. What's his name? Peraza.
Peraza at shortstop. I would. That's what I would do as well, but they won't do that
Why won't they do that?
because for some reason they believe that Peraza or that IKF has to be at shortstop. They think that they're gonna win with him at shortstop, even though he's better at third.
Okay, so if DJ can't play, then you're saying they're going to put Josh $220.
Yes, they're gonna put 220 Donaldson batting cleanup at third. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
That's insanity.
Dude, I know.
Insanity. Okay.
I know.
And
Man.
what about Cabrera? So he's going to be on the bench?
So I think that if Stanton, so they're probably gonna. I don't know if they're gonna give Stanton a lot of time in left field in Yankee Stadium. They don't like him playing left in Yankee Stadium. So if Stanton has to DH and Carpenter's not playing, I think you see Oswaldo play left field. So if we have like if we go to Minnesota and Stanton's playing, I think, and Carpenter's DHing, I think Waldo is on the bench. But
okay, here's what I would do. Okay, I would put first off, you have the DH as being Matt Carpenter, correct?
yes,
Okay. I would platoon Stanton and Carpenter at the DH position.
okay.
And then I would. Benettetti's gone. We're assuming Benettetti's not
He's
playing, right?
he's not playing in this series. He might be there in the next series.
Okay. I would almost put Cabrera in left.
I would too. It
And
depends.
if there's a lefty pitching, Stanton's a DH. If there's a righty pitching, Carpenter's a DH. And of course, whoever's not DH, the other one can come off the bench. You know, the minute they start changing pitches. I think that's a much better lineup than having Stanton in left
Yeah,
full time.
I think they want to find opportunities for a Carp DH, which is why I think they're going to play Stanton out there in the outfield.
Well, remember, this is a 3 out of 5 playoff series. Opportunities for the regular season.
That's true.
This is you can't just we lost that game, but we'll get them next time. This is very important here. I just don't like Stanton in left field when you have Cabrera, and I'm still leery on Carpenter. I know it's been 2.5 months since he broke his foot, and I would just say I would platoon him at DH.
Yeah, that's a possibility. We'll see what they do, but I want to just
Next question: who pitches
game one of the series.
Yeah.
They announced it. It's Garrett Cole, Nestor Sevi.
It's Garrett Cole's pitching game 1, huh?
Yep.
That's like a box of Cracker Jacks, You reach in, you don't know what you're gonna get, which prize you're gonna get. Same thing with him. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Hopefully he pitches good because I'm gonna be there. So
You don't know what you're gonna get, my man. Okay.
Yep. Alrighty, Doug. I really appreciate you coming on.
I hope I kept the audience interested. So.
You did. Everyone loves you, Doug. We'll definitely have you on again soon, and you enjoy the rest of this Cowboys game.
Oh, I will do. We gotta put the volume up. Okay.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Dugout Doug, ladies and gentlemen, absolute legend, guys. Doug is just one of the goats. He's one of the top 3. Aman, what's going on, Aman? Welcome, Aman, to the chat. You just missed Dugout Doug, man. But yeah, guys, like I said, Doug's got knowledge for days. He knows stuff that you wouldn't even think to know. I had to look up those stats from 1970, and I guarantee you Doug knew them off the top of his head. But he actually brought up some very interesting points. We just went over the lineup there. Can DJ be healthy? And if DJ is healthy, I think that you have to put DJ leadoff because DJ, for a very large portion of the season, had over a 400 on base percentage in front of Judge. He's getting on base 40% of the time with Aaron Judge coming on, hitting 60 dingers. That's really, really helpful. Really, really helpful. A lot of Judge dingers were solo shots, I believe, though. But if DJ could be healthy, look for him to be starting or leading off because he hasn't looked good from Lord. He hasn't looked good, but it's playoffs. Everyone's batting 0. It's time to turn it up. Like, let's go. Let's get it going, DJ. Get it cranking. Come on. Let's see what we could do here. And I think they're going to see, you'll see after the first game. I think they'll probably put him 5th That's my thing. They might stick with the Judge leadoff. They probably put him fifth. We'll see what the lineup looks like. I'm very nervous for this lineup to see what it looks like. But if they do bat him leadoff, we'll see. I think they give him one game. If he gives you 0 for, I think DJ either is out of the lineup or dropping down in the lineup if he's leading off. But yeah, so a couple of X factors for the series that I want to pay attention to and see. Gleyber Torres and Giancarlo Stanton, man. Gleyber and Giancarlo both have been very, very good in the playoffs, and they will be huge additions in the playoffs because Judge can't do it by himself, man. Judge can't do it by himself. Gleyber in the playoffs, 325, 26 hits, 5 homers, 15 RBIs, 22 games. 22 games, man. 22 games. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's look at his oh yeah, he's got a 988 OPS and a 575 slugging with a 413 on base. Like, come on, Gleyber. Like, give me that, Gleyber. Give me that, Gleyber. And I think Gleyber will do it because Gleyber turns on in the clutch. And let me just see. On Carlos Stanton. Carlo, Doug went a little long there. I just realized we've been streaming for 40 minutes. Shout out Doug, though. Shout out to Doug. Doug always got the knowledge. Carlo in the playoffs, 297, 9 homers, 17 ribbies, and 18 playoff games. Excuse me. He's got a 1.1 OPS and a 734 slugging. Excuse me. Giancarlo Stanton is absolutely ridiculous in these playoffs, man. Look for Carlo to heat the frick up. And Aaron Judge, look for Judge to quiet the whispers. There's some whispers going on there. Pss, 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 pss. Some whispers that Aaron Judge isn't good in the playoffs. Aaron Judge is good in the playoffs, man. He's freaking good in the playoffs. I don't know why everyone, there's like the whispers, oh, Judge's not good. Listen, man. The batting average is not the best. 230 is not the best. But look, batting average doesn't matter. He's got a 340 on base and a 500 slugging. 843 OPS. It's good. It's good in the playoffs. It's good. 11 homers, 31 hits, 35 games. Come on. It's good. Aaron Judge is good. He will continue to be good. Just look. He's got 135 at-bats, 11 homers. Do quick math. A homer every 11 at-bats around there. Quick maths in my head. This is not a math pod. But yeah, quick maths in my head. Judge is going to eat up in the playoffs this year. Judge is going to eat up and quiet all the whispers. And we spoke about this a little bit before. Cole needs a shutdown start in this playoffs because I believe that Garrett, everyone is doubting him. So I think the script is a little flipped. Like last year, everyone was really like, let's go, Garrett. Garrett's going to shut it down, and then he disappointed. But this year, I think everyone's doubting Garrett. I think Garrett is going to flip it, and I think he's going to deal. And I think that he will prove everyone wrong. I think Garrett's going to prove everyone wrong. He's going to prove everyone wrong. Yes, shove. Garrett's going to shove. Garrett's going to shove. And another X factor, Johnny Loizaga, man. Look for Loizaga in a bullpen that's uncertain. Look for Loizaga to come out and say, hey, remember me? I'm the big dog. I'm the big dog, Johnny. That's me. Look for him. He ended on a really high note. Johnny looked really good the last few starts of the season. He looked really, really stinking good. So, and look for Johnny, man. Just look for Johnny to freaking eat the frick up. But yeah. So, like I was saying, we have one of the weakest bullpens, I think, since 2017. So look for Johnny just to come eat up. And another X factor could be Herman out of the bullpen for a long relief. God forbid one of these pitchers gets blown up. Look for Domingo to come in the, I don't even want to say it, in the 4th, 5th inning, go 2-3 innings and give you some length out of the bullpen and get some outs to keep the game where it's at and gives the offense a chance to come back. God forbid we go down. I do not want to see Herman out of the pen at all this series. I would like to just go 7-8 innings from all of our starters, clean, and just go right to the pen and let's shut everyone out. But yeah, guys, we got what do you guys think? What are some of your guys players to watch for in the playoffs? Who do you guys think is going to have a big series? Who do you guys think is going to have a bad series? You know, the phone lines are always open. 631-800-4414 if anyone wants to give me a call. We have very interesting. Oh, let's let's see. I did a poll on Twitter today, guys. If you guys know me, follow me on Twitter at BrillyBoy. Who do you guys think is going to have the best start out of this 3 games? Cole, Nestor, or Sevi? Let's see. On Twitter, 58% said Nestor and 26% said Sevi. And it's only 16% for Cole, but that might be because I misspelled it. I said Phil Coke. Yeah, Mike, I misspelled Coke, bro. That's and then the autocorrect always gets me, man. I misspelled Cole. And that's why people could be uh hang on, girlfriend's texting me. Um that's why people could not be picking him. I didn't mean to say Coke, and I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry, Garrett. But what do you guys think? Who's gonna have the best one? Lori says Sevi. Mike, what do you think? I think Sevi is gonna have the best one. I think, like I said, it's gonna turn a lot of people's head. You might see a freaking Sevi jersey hang up here a little bit. Right now, I'm rocking DJ. I don't know if I'm rocking the 2-6 right now. Trying to get my boy DJ some luck. I'm feeling it from DJ. Feeling DJ. Need a good start from DJ, man. Need one. Um, get out to a good start, man. Get hot. Mike says Nasty Nestor's gonna come out and deal. You never know, bro. You never know. He could. He could. He could, man. But he could. Playoffs, no experience. Nah, he's dealing. He's dealing. I believe in it. I believe in it. You know what, Mike? I'm feeling it, bro. I'm feeling it. New mod. We got mod Mike in the chat right now. Mod Mike in the chat. Big moments don't get to that stash from Mike. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that mustache, bro. Same with Matt Carp. That thing is locked and loaded, ready to freaking go. Ready to freaking go. That thing is locked and freaking loaded. The stash of the year is actually going to Nestor. Forgot I had that award in the back of my head. He gets the stash of the year, dude. We saw some very interesting mustaches this year. Yo, this was the year of the stash. Nestor, Matt Carp, uh, Greg Weissert had a good one. That's like coming to my head. Greg Weissert is top 5 stash on the team. He's very short a time on this team right now. Licky looks like he was an undercover cop with his mustache. That was a terrible mustache. Who else got some good? A lot of people had some good stashes this year, man. It was a year of the stash, man. Look, I love the stash. I think it has magical powers. Licky looks awful for Mike. Yeah, dude. Licky looks freaking terrible, bro. But hey, man, if you look at Licky with the stash, without the stash, it's 2 completely different pictures, night and day. Maybe they got some like special cream they're putting on their faces for the stashes, bro. That's like changing what they're pitching, how they do it. Maybe it gives them that confidence. Who knows, man? Who knows? Oh, they actually just announced the start time, I believe, 6:38 in the Bronx. I think for Tuesday's game, 6:38 in the Bronx. Matt Carpenter says, "I feel like I'm ready." He's been hitting and running, or hang on, excuse me, guys. Matt Carpenter says, "I feel like I'm ready." Brian Hoke says he's been hitting and running bases. Carpenter will get more at bats and work at first base today. I think he's playing with Somerset. So Matt Carp's ready to go. Matt Carp is ready to go. Ready to freaking go. And let's do it, baby. Let's do it, baby. Do I have anything else here? Anything else to talk about? This is very interesting what Doug said. Let's get back into this for a second. This was a very interesting division lineup. He's got good names for the divisions, though, but the Yankees and Mets and the Red Sox playing in the same and the Pirates like playing in the same division play that many games. It's like the division lineup. It made sense for, I guess he's going more geological, but it made sense. But I don't know, Doug. I don't know on that one, Doug. We'll have to talk about that next time. But yeah, Doug's a legend, guys. And I think that's pretty much all I got. Let's see. Oh, we hit a nice stretch for the boys. Cowboys are still winning, I think, which is good. Giants won today for all you Giants fans. They went out in London. I don't know how the Jets did. I don't know if the Jets are playing today. Another day. Oh wow, the Jets blew out the Dolphins 40-17 for all you Jets fans out there. You guys are probably very excited. But they didn't have Tua though, right? I think they could have had Tua. They couldn't have Tua. But wow, guys, what a start from the New York teams. What a weekend for the New York teams. Mets losing, Jets winning. Let's go. Let's go, guys. But I'm gonna wrap it up. Shout out to everyone who came on stream, pause, It was a very, very fun one today. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Everyone have a good one. Mike, Lori, Amon. Who else was here? Austin, Doug. Shout out Ruben. Shout out everyone who came on the chat today. Everyone have a good one. And we'll see you guys after. Actually, guys, this is an announcement. I will be going live from the stadium. If I can go live, I gotta just make sure I'm allowed to go live on mobile. I'll be going live from the stadium for Tuesday and probably Wednesday's game. It's gonna be very interesting. Stay tuned, guys. But yeah, wrapping it up. State of the Yanks, episode 7. Everyone have a good one.